if you're trying to go the route of being a business owner or being a successful entrepreneur, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing the same thing. Don't try to bring your friends along. Don't try to bring your family along. People who don't understand business is not going to help you. It's only going to make you fail. As soon as you start it, it's never going to go anywhere.
Pulling up, no Pirellis. Me and my girls, we hopping out them foreign things. Prime time, my nigga, my time. Tryna get at me, but who ain't nigga waiting line. We ain't come here for this, 'cause most of these bitches ain't built like this.
What's up, Princess Gang? It's your girl Princess Leia, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm actually bringing y'all something a little bit different from usually what we do on Mondays, Makeup Mondays. So before we get into this video, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so y'all get my videos as soon as I drop, because when I tell y'all I'm dropping gems today, y'all don't want to miss this video. So let's get straight into the video. So today I basically want to talk to y'all about business and being successful, ways to be successful in 2021. And one thing about being a princess, it's not all about being cute and pretty and girly and glamour. It's not always glitz and glam all the time. The other side to being a princess is that you have to have money. You have to have some type of money, some type of financial backing as to how you move like a princess or a boss or whatever you want to call yourself. I get a lot of girls, a lot of my friends, just a lot of people in general that ask me, you know, how can I be successful? What can I do to make money? I'm tired of working a job. I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss. I want to make more money. You know, maybe some side jobs or whatever the case may be. For some reason, people always come to me for that because I guess I've always been more so on the entrepreneur side. I've always liked to work for myself. I maybe only worked a job for a few years of my life. I never really saw myself working a job all my life, and when I did work a job, I always had a mindset as to what I was going to do. I always had a game plan as to how I was going to use my job to get me to where I was trying to go. And that wasn't buying clothes, buying, you know, expensive stuff, spending my money on things that was not going to make me any money. I was always working a job with a bigger mind, with a bigger goal in mind, to just get out of the job, use that money to get out of my job. So just to kind of give you guys a little backstory as far as my history. Growing up, my family, we owned several family businesses. From my grandparents' side, we owned a business in New Orleans called Tucker's Food Store. And that was basically the neighborhood convenience store. We had everything from all kinds of snacks, chips, drinks, cold cups, snowballs. We had beer. We got our liquor license. We had beer. We sold hot foods. We had a chef in the kitchen. Anything that you can name, cigarettes, any type of like personal items, basically anything that you could think of that would be in a convenience store. We owned one of those, and then my grandfather actually opened up another location a few blocks away from that location. So I would say between the ages of 6 and 11 years old, between those ages, because I was always back and forth to New Orleans. But between those ages, I had very close experience with running a business. My grandfather taught me a lot that probably at that time I didn't understand, but I did have a lot of hands-on experience. He taught me how to work a cash register. He taught me how to count money. He taught me how to, you know, ring up items, how to, you know, count the items, ring them up, make sure that everything was rang up properly. He taught me the difference between credit and debit. And at this time, the way he ran his store was, if there was someone who came in that didn't have any money, like he would have, I guess, customers that were loyal customers, they would come in, and if they didn't have the money at the time, he would give them like some type of credit, but he would write it down as like a debit. Like he had a log of everybody that owed him. Like, okay, Sam came in today and bought cigarettes, so the next time he comes in, he owes me for those cigarettes. Like, I won't sell anything else to him until he pays me back for the cigarettes. I guess that's how he ran it. At the end of the day, he taught me how to pay out. He taught me how to count the money up. At the end of the day, all the money that was made in the business. As far as merchandise, he taught me how to stock things. Whenever we got new items in, I would be the one helping my uncle stock it on the shelves, cleaning shelves, everything there was to a business hands-on. I got that experience, and I was raised in a way to where I was exposed to being an entrepreneur and working for myself, you know. And one thing about my grandfather, he always made sure that he employed his children and his grandchildren. We always, if there was no jobs out in the world, he would make sure that we had a job in our own family business. We also, next door to that, we also had a boutique. My cousins actually ran that side of the business where you can go in and you can buy high fashion clothes if you want. I won't say high fashion, but these were clothes that you would see like in magazines and things like that. Back then you would order from catalogs. There were no websites. There were no way where you can see the clothes. You know, the only way you could see them was in a catalog. So they ordered the clothes from the catalog and they put them in the stores, and people would come in and buy the clothes, shoes, purses, etc. Now, on the other hand, my mom and my dad owned another boutique store in Pensacola, Florida, where I was actually born. And we owned that store, and it was called Exodus Fashion. And that store ran for years, for as much as I can remember. Again, I had a lot of insight as to how the business was ran, the inventory, and the things that we got, things that we sold, and things like that. So I was always around just business, and growing up I was always around business-minded people. I never surrounded myself with people who didn't have anything much or didn't have any type of business sense or anything like that. I've always had someone around me who was business savvy or business intelligent. With that being said, one thing that I want to make sure I stress to y'all is, if you're trying to go the route of being a business owner or being a successful entrepreneur, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing the same thing. Don't try to bring your friends along. Don't try to bring your family along. People who don't understand business is not going to help you. It's only going to make you fail. As soon as you start it, it's never going to go anywhere. And please take that advice from me, because I've been there and done that, and trust me, that's not a road that you want to go down. And I'm basically giving you something that's going to save you in the long run. It's going to save you a lot of money, and it's going to save you a lot of time. So the first thing to do is just to make sure that you surround yourself with business-minded people, because once you surround yourself with those people, then you start to grasp onto their business sense. You start to pick up on different business trends, different business lifestyles, and it's a good energy to be around. So make sure that you find people that are doing, if it's not the same thing that you're doing, just business, something that's business related. The second thing that you want to do is make sure that you're feeding your brain. Make sure that you are doing your research. Whatever business it is that you're trying to get yourself into, just make sure that you are feeding your mind. You're giving yourself knowledge and understanding about the business that you're getting yourself into, or the business that you want to do. Now, one thing that I always like to stress as well is, don't just jump into business just because it sounds good or just because you want to be a business person. Make sure that this business is something that you're passionate about, or it's something that you're good at, or it's something that you're interested in being good at. A lot of people start businesses going into it with a different understanding. They don't have the understanding of, okay, this is something I really want to do. I've been around this stuff my whole life, and finally I want to do it. Finally, I'm just going to do it. That makes more sense rather than, I just want to do this because I just want to make the money. If you're in it for the money, unfortunately, there are other people who are in it passionately, who will make way more money than you, who makes way more money than you, who knows way more than you, and they're going to blow you out of the water. So just make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. And also, if it's any type of service or any type of product that you're selling, your customers are going to see the passion in you. If you have the passion behind you and behind your business, people notice that before they notice your actual product or your actual service. That's why they say customer service is always important in a business, because I don't care how good your food is. If you have bad customer service, then I don't want to come to your restaurant, and that's just the bottom line. So the third thing that you want to do is, you want to make sure that you have what it takes to invest into your business. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm talking about mentally, and I'm talking about time. Because a lot of people don't understand how much time it takes to build a business. Some people think that when they start a business, they get into it, and because they don't get the results that they want right away, then they give up. No, you have to understand how much time and effort that it's going to take to go into your business, and make sure that you dedicate that time into your business, so that way you can get the results that you're looking for. And not an instant gratification. Nothing happens overnight. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's, selling hair, doing makeup, selling clothes, your online boutique, nothing is going to happen overnight, guys. Do not, please keep that out of your mind. Like, nobody gets $1 million overnight, unless you just have all of the, I don't know, it's just not going to work. That's just not how this world is set up. That's not how the universe is set up, and that's just not how money works. So just make sure that you are, you know, investing the right amount of time, as much as you would invest into going out with your friends, going out, spending money on whatever. Take that time away from the things that you would normally spend time in. If it's not your regular job, if it's not focusing on your kids, because as a mother, I understand that a lot of time goes into, you know, your kids and things like that. But if it has anything else to do with anything else other than your kids and your job, then you need to start cutting those things out of your daily schedules and start focusing on your business. Now, it is important to find out what it is that you want to do. Going back to what I said before, it's important to find out what you want to do, because it goes hand in hand with how much time that you can put into your business. Because if it's something that's going to take a lot of time, you need to make sure that you can do that. You need to make sure that you can dedicate that time. If it's selling hair, you know, maybe you can employ a couple people if you have the right amount of resources and funding to do that. If it's an online business where, you know, it doesn't require a lot of your time, if it's kind of like a self-generated machine that it just kind of does it online and you just ship out the orders, then, you know, figure out how much time it's going to take to go into that and what it takes to go into that. If it's you personally doing the work, like hands-on, like a self-service, as such as doing the hair or doing makeup or doing eyelashes or making food, these are all kinds of businesses that you guys can actually look into doing, but I'll get into that later. But these hands-on businesses require a lot more time than what an actual online self-flourishing business is going to do. So if it takes you 5 hours to do hair, then it's going to, just know that you have to dedicate 5 hours, and you just have to plan it out in your schedule. So I have people that ask me, what is a good business that I can get into? I have so many people ask me that. What is a good business that I can get into? What's making money right now? What's hot right now? What's out on the market? What's trending? What's popular? Da 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 da. So again, you have to do what works for you. You have to do something that is passion for you. If you're just getting into it for the money, sis, you're not going to win. You are not going to win. There's so much competition out there. There's so many girls. There's so many other competitors that are doing the exact same thing you're doing, and they started from the ground up and they didn't stop. Okay, they didn't get into it because their mom told them to, or because they saw somebody else doing it, or because they heard it makes them a lot of money. They started off with a passion and a dream, and they just went for it. Some of them started with no money at all. They just grinded it out. So if you have that kind of mentality, then you can consider yourself a winner. You can consider yourself being successful within the next year or two. That's what I would see you as if you have that type of mentality. Now, finding your business, it's the same as if someone was asking me, what kind of YouTube channel should I do? Find your niche. If you're not the type of person that does pranks, I wouldn't suggest you do pranks. If you're not the type of person that does ASMR videos, or if that's something that you feel like you can't do or whatever, but it makes a lot of money, don't do it. Don't do it. Do what you're passionate about. If you like sitting in front of the camera talking about, you know, helping people, or if you like talking about how you did this, or if you like DIY projects like making grass walls or decorating, or there's so many niches on YouTube. If y'all want to be specific about YouTube, there's so many different niches, because YouTube is a source of income. So that is something that you're looking into. Make sure it's something that you love to do. If it's something that you're already doing, just pick up the camera and just vlog it, just record it. But other than that, there's so many businesses that are coming into existence now, because e-commerce and social media is just opening up a lot of convenience for people to shop online. Since COVID happened and things like that, everyone's shopping online now. There's really limited access to stores and things like that, and even your big commercial stores like Walmart and Target, they're even offering online deliveries and things like that. So if you are looking for any type of business, I would suggest making sure that you have a very strong online presence. Don't do anything that's going to require you to be local, because you want to be sure that you can reach out to a wider target market. Figure out what your target market is, figure out what your product is, figure out your brand and what it is that you want to push forward. Just figure out if you have a skill. If you have a skill, figure out if you want to go into the direction of offering a service, or if you have a product, because there's two different types of ways you can do business. Or if you have a product, figure out if you want to go into the direction of selling a product. Now, my dad always told me, because my dad, he's an entrepreneur and he's never worked a job as long as I've been born. I've never seen my dad work a job. He's always worked for himself. He's always sold products. So make sure it's a product that is in high demand, or a product that is in need, something that people need. What do people need? What do women need? What do women like? It could be hair ties. It could be, you know what I'm saying, just something that's unique. Nowadays, you have to be very creative because there's so many people that's doing the same thing. Unless you have a very competitive attitude, then you're not really gonna be too successful doing something that everybody else is doing. Unless you have excellent marketing skills and excellent competitive skills, then I can say that you can be successful in whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of girls that I know that do hair. I can go on Instagram right now and pull up 1,000 hair pages just in my local area. So you have to make sure that you check out your competition. What can you do different than them? What can you do better than them? What can you offer that they don't offer? You just have to think about things that everybody else is not thinking about. Make sure you research your competition, study your competition, and you know, even products, like I said, even though it might be people that's doing all the same things, if there's a product that people are selling, because I know a lot of girls are selling eyelashes, a lot of girls are selling hair, a lot of girls are selling clothes, just figure out what is missing in those elements, like what is missing in those areas. What can I throw in? What can I come out with? Can I create my own clothing line? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of think outside the box, because nowadays social media has allowed everyone to just, you know, it's so convenient. It's so convenient and everybody's doing it. So now it's competition. It's really a lot of competition. And when I was doing hair, when I was selling hair, when I was doing all those kinds of cosmetic things, I kind of gave up that because I realized it just, I don't really like competing. When I know that I have something good, when I know I have a good service, when I know I have a good brand, I don't really want to be competing with nobody. And I'm just not, I've never really been the competitive type. The only person I need to be competing with is myself. And that's okay if you're like that too. So just keep that in mind. But if you are the competitive type, sis, go for it. I hope I'm not giving y'all too much in one video, but I definitely wanted to share this video with y'all. I wanted to do something a little different today just because I know so much about business, just being a business owner myself. I do own property. I am into real estate and things like that. Maybe we can talk about that in another video. I am creating another channel that's going to be based around real estate only. It's not going to be beauty. It's not going to be nothing of that nature. It's going to be strictly about real estate and business and things like that on that channel. So I'll let y'all know when that is up and running, so y'all can go and check that out for all of my business minded people who want to, you know, broaden their business mind and start stepping into bigger doors and start stepping into bigger money margins. Then I suggest that y'all go and y'all check that out. I'll let y'all know when it's up and running. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But make sure y'all drop some questions below. Like I said, I don't want to always just give y'all beauty and pretty and cute and glitz and glam, because my life is not always like that. My life is not based on just that alone. I wanted to share with y'all the business side of me, because, you know, I'm very, very well rounded. I'm very well seasoned in the business area. So that's something that I definitely wanted to share with y'all. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, let me know. And that's it for this video. So hopefully, I'm wishing y'all all the best of luck for anybody who is starting their business, or anybody who's interested in starting a new business, or, you know, starting a new brand. I'm wishing y'all much success, much luck in this year, and many more to come on your business. And hey, hit me up, DM me, email me. I'm here to chat. If y'all have any, you know, questions, like I said, if y'all need any advice, I'm happy to do that. And yeah, with that being said, I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. See you in my next video.
Pretty girl gang. Pretty girl gang. If you are not bad and don't get it back, then you cannot sit with us. Let me hear you say, pretty girl gang. Pretty girl gang. If you don't spend cash, then don't grab a glass, but you cannot sip with us. Let me hear you say, pretty girl gang. Pretty girl gang. All of my bad bitches. Pretty girls. Let me hear you say, pretty girl gang. Pretty girl gang. Cause most of these girls is average, and me and my girls, we the baddest. Pretty girl gang. All of my girls, they pretty.